Hey, Tiger. Welcome to Paranormal Spirit, where we share a drink. We tell you a spooky story. I almost forgot what we do here. And then we rip it apart because there's always shows.
What you drinking, Lynn?
Well, I have one of those dragon fruit drinks from Starbucks that I just happen to add a little bit of rum and chandler to.
Okay, just making sure you're not betraying the drunks of America. Today I'm going to tell you a creepy ass story about the Watcher of Westfield, New Jersey. Wow! In June of 2014, Derek and Maria Broaddus bought their dream home in Westfield, New Jersey. And it was right around the corner from where she grew up. He just got a promotion. They were like living the dream. They were so excited. They bought the house days before his 40th birthday. So they were like gearing up to move in and celebrate and do all that stuff. No, I don't. No, that's not correct. That wasn't right. So before they moved in, they had some stuff that they wanted to do to the house. So after a day of painting, Derek found a letter in their mailbox. And the letter was addressed to the new owner. I'm going to read you the letter because it's kind of long, but it's important. Dear newest neighbor, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. How did you end up here? Did 657 Boulevard call to you with the force within? What? 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now, and it approaches its 110th birthday. I've been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. My grandfather watched the house in the 20s. My father watched it in the 60s. It's now my time. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? Why are you here? I'll find out. I see that you've already flooded 657 Boulevard with contractors so you can destroy the house as it was supposed to be. Literally in the letter it says, tisk, tisk. Anybody who tisks, not for me. So it says, tisk, tisk, tisk. Bad move. You don't want to make 657 Boulevard unhappy. You have children. I've seen them. So far, I think there are 3 that I've counted. Are there more on the way? Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested? Better for me. Was your old house too small for the growing family? Or was it greed to bring me your children? Once I know their names, I'll call to them and draw them to me. Who am I? Hundreds of cars pass by the house every single day. Maybe I'm one of them. Check all of the windows that can be seen from 657 Boulevard. Perhaps I'm in one. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. Let the party begin. The Watcher. Excuse me. Well, the for sale sign goes immediately back in the front yard.
For sure. I would take a ghost over that any day.
Oh, 100%. There was no return address. There was no clue in the letter as to who could have written that. So Derek called the police because, of course, you would call the police when somebody tells you they're watching your house. The police basically said, good luck. So they told him just some generic crap. Lock your windows and your doors. I'm the police. I will save you. He decided to email the former owners of the home. And they lived in the house for 23 years and they never heard anything until 2 weeks before they moved. They got a really bizarre letter and they discarded it and just thought it was like a stupid prank. So both families went to the police together, they both with their letters, and they were told to kind of keep it on the down low, as the kids say. So it wouldn't get out and just to kind of see what happened and to keep an eye out and all that jazz. A couple weeks went by, no incident. They're still working on the house, trying to get it ready to move in. And they get another letter. And this letter has way more information about their family, so it's even creepier. So let's read this one. Welcome again to your new home at 657 Boulevard. The workers have been nice. Oh no, that's not what he said. The workers have been busy, and I've been watching you unload careful of your personal belongings. The dumpster is a nice touch. The house is crying from all the pain it's going through. You've changed it and made it so fancy. You are stealing its history. It cries for the past and what used to be in the time I roamed its halls. The 1960s were a good time for 657 Boulevard when I ran from room to room, imagining the life with the rich occupants there. The house was full of life and young blood. Then it got old, and so did my father, but he kept watching until the day he died. And now I watch and wait for the day when the young blood will be mine again. Have they found what's in the walls yet? In time they will. I'm pleased to know your names now and the name of the young blood you have brought me. You certainly say their names often. 657 Boulevard is anxious for you to move in. It has been years and years since the young blood rules the hallways of the house. Have you found all the secrets it holds yet? Will the young blood play in the basement? Or are they too afraid to go down there alone? I would be very afraid if I were them. It's far away from the rest of the house. If you were upstairs, you would never hear them scream. Will they sleep in the attic? Or will you all sleep on the second floor? Who has the bedrooms facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in. It'll help me know who is in which bedroom. Then I can plan better. All of the windows and doors in 657 Boulevard allow me to watch you and track you as you move through the house. Who am I? I'm the Watcher, and I've been in control of 657 Boulevard for the better part of 2 decades now. The Woods family turned it over to you. It was their time to move on and kindly sold it when I asked them to. I pass by it many times a day. It's my job, my life, my obsession. And now you are too, Broaddus family. Welcome to the product of your greed. Greed is what brought the past 3 families to 657 Boulevard, and now it's brought you to me. Have a happy moving in day. You know I will be watching. The Watcher. Now they're investigating. So they feel like they learn that there's an eccentric family that lives next door. They get involved and like try to figure out if it's them. It's not.
There's also clues about the 60s. Did they look into any of that?
No. I don't know. It doesn't say. Several weeks after the second letter was delivered, there was another letter that involved more creepy details and more things about what was actually happening and the kids' names and all of that jazz. And all that jazz. Come on, babe. Why don't we stop the neighbors?
Dog just farted and it really stinks. And all that gas.
Which letter was it? Third? 1, 2, 3, 3. After the third letter, they stopped bringing their kids to the house because they recognized that there was an actual danger. They finally reached out to somebody that they knew from the FBI. And this guy did a whole profile on him, and he said, whoever wrote the letter was well read, and the absence of foul language was surprising. He also considered the author to be erratic, but not really a true threat. Like, he doesn't think that they would actually follow through on their threats. They ended up putting a whole bunch of security systems in and doing all this nonsense. Hello, ADT. I got a creepy ass letter. Can you monitor my mailbox? Thanks. Like, severely concerned about their well-being. They never moved into the house. They moved into her mother's house. They literally just ate the money for a little while, and then finally they tried to rezone it so they could knock the house down and build multifamilies or whatever, and the town said, nay, we don't want you to encroach on the woods surrounding the house, or whatever the hell towns say. And then they rented it out to a family for a little while, and that family there was no problem with that family, whatever. After they rented it out, they tried to sue the previous owners for just not disclosing the information of getting that letter. That was a no-go. The judge said, nay, sir, you're not going to get away with that. That's ridiculous. Go back to your freaking weird house with the Watcher. After they had the renters move in and all that stuff, they got one final letter. And I will read you that letter, and then we will be done with this stupid story. Violent winds and bitter cold to the vile and spiteful Derek and his wench of a wife, Maria. You wonder who the Watcher is? Turn around, idiots. Maybe you even spoke to me, one of the so-called neighbors who has no idea who the Watcher could be. Or maybe you do know and are too scared to tell anyone. Good move. I walked by the news trucks when they took over my neighborhood and mocked me. I watched as you watched from the dark house in an attempt to find me. Telescopes and binoculars are wonderful inventions. 657 Boulevard survived your attempted assault and stood strong with its army of supporters barricading its gates. My soldiers of the boulevard followed my orders to a T. He has an army?
Soldiers?
They carried out their mission and saved the soul of 657 Boulevard with my orders. All hail the Watcher. The Watcher also alluded to getting revenge in one form or another. Maybe a car accident, maybe a fire, maybe something as simple as mild illness that never seems to go away but makes you feel sick day after day after day after day.
You got gas? That was me.
Mild indigestion? Me.
Dandruff? Me.
Halitosis? Not me. Go see your dentist. That's disgusting. He finished the letter with, maybe the mysterious death of a pet. Loved ones suddenly die. Planes and cars and bicycles crash. Bones break. That was the last letter that they received, and they put the house back up on the market and sold it in March of 2016. So they had this house for 2 years and never lived in it. Well, like, what would you do if you bought a house and this mofo was like, I can see you?
No, I wouldn't live in it either.
I would. And I would do really effed up shit in the windows. I just get one of those horse masks and just like...
Get one of those old-timey, horse head on a stick. Go.
I do that thing where it looks like you're going down an escalator by the windows so many times that it's not funny anymore.
You wear your horse head mask by the window, right? Yeah. I come in with a knife. You fall down. I come with the horse head stick.
What? So that's my crappy story of the Watcher of somewhere, New Jersey that I don't remember. If you're bored as hell and you don't have anything else to do and you just want to waste about 7 to 10 minutes of your day, subscribe. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for having a bev, contributing to our liver damage. We'll see you next time when we share another crappy story. And until then, I don't care. I don't know. Goodbye. Get out. Get out. Get out.